Hi, Karen. Good morning.
Hey.
Morning. Morning. Morning, ladies. Give everybody just a couple minutes to hop on. I've already been to the gym today. That's what's happening here. Morning, Hannah. Morning, Maria. Yeah, this is Kaylee's like Zoom, so I don't want to mess with anything, but there's some weird stuff happening here, like the waiting room and stuff, but I don't want to turn it off because it's not my Zoom. So, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. If you're in team chats, team group page, send out some reminders. Let people know. I know this is a weird time, especially because it's Eastern Standard Time, but this is what time worked best for me. So here we are. That's the beauty of power hours is you pick what you want. So as y'all are hopping on, just drop in the chat section where you're from. I always like to know where people are from. I see some new faces. I see a lot of familiar faces. So, good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, let me get everyone admitted. Sorry, like I said, this isn't mine, so I'm not used to this waiting room. So if you're just joining us, good morning. Drop in the chat where you're from. Happy Monday. I see new faces. I see old faces. So not old, like familiar faces, I should say, not old. None of us look old. Let's be very clear. Good morning, and thank you for joining me. We're going to give everybody one more minute, and then we're going to get started, and they can catch up. The problem just is sometimes when people are like, what do we do? So you're not old, Maria. Stop. You definitely don't look old. Okay. Okay. Having to remember to let people in. Okay, give me just a second, and we're going to get started. All right, let me let a few more people in. Hi, Cynthia. Morning, Wendy. All right. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I think everyone's in as of now, and it's 11:02, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I think I did all this. Like I said, sorry guys, this is not my Zoom, so things look weird and weird things are happening. So it's Kaylee. Kaylee donates her Zoom, so we appreciate that. We all. Okay. Okay. I think everyone's muted. I muted you all, I think. So, all right. Well, I'm super excited. Sorry, trying to remember to grab these people that are in.
You said it was, like cool and cordial and what?
Did you? Sorry, y'all. It's not automatically muting you when you come in. So, okay. All right. Sorry, it's distracting because I'm having to let people in. Good morning, Wendy. Like I said, I've already been to the gym this morning, so that explains this. It's raining here. Apparently there's a hurricane coming. I didn't know. So it happens when you live in Florida. Someone's like, oh, hurricane's coming. I'm like, oh, okay. Good to know. So for those of you who are new to Power Hour, this is our first one back, and it's back on high demand. We've had so many people, so we used to do them almost daily. And quite honestly, the reason we quit doing it was we ran out of hosts. This is just all people that volunteer their time. And people are busy and things are going on, but traditionally this is a slower time of year. So I think, starting a Power Hour right now especially is really important, because it gives people some hope, gives them some things to do, gives them some encouragement. And when you're in a slower season, that's when you should be grinding even harder, educating yourself and showing up. So congratulations to all of you that showed up today. Step one, that's awesome. You showed up for your business, you showed up for yourself. So I appreciate that. So I just want to talk a little bit about what it looks like for maybe some of the newer people. I know some of you have been doing this for a long time. Some of you have co-hosts. So let me explain how it works. Sorry, I'm having to admit all these people and it's making me crazy actually. Karen, you must have got kicked off because I'm letting you back in. So we'll work the kinks out. But how it works is everyone, this is just a volunteer basis. It's company-wide. So if you want to have your teams on, if you want to have, feel free to do that. For those of you who don't know me, which I assume most of you do at this point, my name is Elisa Cowart. I'm a 7-star director with the company. I've been with the company for 7 years now. So it's been a heck of a ride. And like I said, we started Power Hours and they did really well. And then we just kind of fizzled out because we just didn't have a lot of help. So this is a volunteer basis. So if someone is volunteering and you see them, they're on your team, let them know, hey, I appreciate it. If you feel like you have something to share, something that's been working for you in your business, please, by all means, volunteer. We'll take all the help that we can get. It does not have to be a whole hour. We call it a power hour. If it's an hour, great. If it's 20 minutes of getting work done, some days we'll just be sitting here working together. Some days we will be training. It'll be training on some sort. So you don't know what you're going to get on power hour because it is left completely up to the host. So today we're going to do some activities. Tomorrow it might be a total training session or something like that. So sorry guys, I do not like having to admit all these people. But again, yeah, and I feel like a lot of people really enjoy the power hour. So again, thank you. And as long as we have people volunteering to show up, then that's what we're going to do. I know the times don't always work well for people. Traditionally, people are at work right now. This is a good time for me to do it. But we do have a website, YouTube channel that we try to get these uploaded to. It usually takes like a week or two. They're a little bit behind, but if you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, there's a ton of content. If you're like, oh, I need more training, I need new ideas, make sure you get on the YouTube channel because there is so much content there, you all. Like it's crazy how much info is there. So let's dive in. I'm still letting people in. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in and get started with our first new back power hour. So if this is your first power hour ever, just put first in the chat. I'm just curious. I'm just curious if you've never been on one. I know there's a lot of you that have been on, and thank you for showing up. But if this is your first ever Tru Power Hour, first, okay, awesome. I don't know who, I can't say your name because all it says is iPhone. And there's some weird thing going on here. So if it is your first, just press first. Okay, all right, that's it. I'm done letting people in. I don't know who this is. So, okay. All right, let's dive into some income producing activities. Like I said, some days I might train on some stuff. Some days it may be simple, like let's go do this, this, and this, because I'm probably doing it too. And oh, it's your first. Awesome. Welcome, 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 welcome. So let's dive in. Let's get started. Your first mission, because that's how today is going to kind of work. Today is going to be activities that I give you to do. And then when you're done, you just come back to the chat and press finished. I'm done. So we're going to take a few minutes. This is important, and this is probably the best feedback activity that I get is blue dots. So some of you are like green dots, blue dots. Sometimes they show up blue on mine. Sometimes they show up green. So when you go to your chat, okay, when you go to your chat on your phone, and I'm going to tell you what it looks like on my iPhone because I only speak iPhone, as I like to tell people, or if you're on your computer, I can speak computer and I can speak iPhone. But you will see, for those of you who don't know what green dots are, that means people that are active on Facebook right now. Sorry, there's like a really weird glare on my phone, and I have like a, does everyone know how to find who's actively on the chat right now? See how these people are all green, 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 green? That means they're online. And like I can just keep scrolling and there's more and more and more, okay? So let's spend, I want you to get in your green dots, as I like to call them, green dots as they show up on your phone, and that could be anybody in here. And I want you to go through these and reach out to 10 people. Maybe just click like the first 10. Maybe you're like, oh, for me, I just talked to Brittany. I don't need to talk to Brittany right now, so I don't need to reach out to her. But let's get into these green dots. And ideally, these are follow-ups that maybe you missed. These are prospects that you've maybe been talking to and maybe just haven't followed up. I don't need it to be to sell them a product. I just need you to go in, have a conversation with 10 people. Start a conversation. Hey, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Just following up, whatever the conversation needs to look like for you with these people that are active in the green dots. And maybe some of you have already done this for the day, not sure, but let's get in here, have 10 conversations, follow up, have a chat, reach out to 10 different green dots. So you all get busy on your green dots. Again, this can be, oh, just checking in, happy Monday, or how was your weekend, or whatever that conversation needs to look like. And it's going to be different for 10 people on here. Maybe it's a team member, like happy Monday. Maybe it's your new person, whatever that looks like. So find 10 chats, 10 conversations to have in your green dots right now. When you're done, put in the chat, finish. And I'm going to do the same. So let's spend just a few minutes on green dots, 10 conversations. Let's go. Okay, I just had somebody join. Rachel, I just had you join. I'm going to let Tara in, and I'm going to quickly update them as to what we're doing. Hi, Tara and Rachel. We're reaching out to 10 green dots that are active on your Facebook. So whatever that conversation looks like, whoever you need to talk to, reach out to 10 green dots on your Facebook. That's what we're working on. Drop it in the chat when you all are finished. You can obviously finish the conversation, but let's get 10 conversations started in our green dots. I don't know about you all, but I always find messages that I need to answer when I do green dots. Always. All right, I just let a couple people in. We're working on 10 green dots. 10 green dots. Okay, Brittany's done. Amanda's done. Cassandra's finished. All right, I'm not because I've been letting y'all in. Stephanie's done. But I always find things like, oh man, I really missed that. Or I don't know, lately I don't feel like Facebook, I feel like it's been stacking up in kind of like a weird, like I don't feel like it's been in order on Facebook lately. So I'm not sure what that's about, but that's really messing me up. So for those of you joining us, we're doing 10 green dots. And if you don't have time, you can always go back to this later. And I feel like naturally a lot of you are going to do this, but just spending time working together on this. Oh, Maria's already got people responding. How about that? Yeah, inevitably I always lose people. Or I'm like, who is this? Oh, okay. And I got some really old messages in here. Green dots are so, I mean, I agree. They work really well. And that's probably the best feedback that I get from people is they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know about this. Or, I mean, obviously you probably do it, you just don't realize you're doing it. But when you literally focus and spend time doing just that, it makes a huge difference. Like that's an income producing activity, whether people realize it or not, but knowing specifically that that's what you're getting on here to do. But anyhow, for those of you just joining us, and I think you all are finishing up pretty well. Done, done, done. Okay. So when you are finished with your 10 green dots, please press done, finished, whatever. And we'll spend about 1 more minute doing that and then move on to our next one. And you all can always go back and finish this later. That's perfectly fine. Alicia's done. And obviously you're going to be having answers coming back. Done. Done, done, done. Okay. Give everybody about 30 more seconds for those 10, and then we'll move on. And like I said, you can always do this. I would honestly recommend like making it a point because naturally you're in your inbox all day. I mean, that's where you end. But when you just focus on getting in the green dots, I would do that at least twice a day. Like make a goal in the morning. I'm going to specifically hit my 10 dots. And then, later in the afternoon, I'm going to specifically hit my 10 dots, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you do it 3 times a day, but I would definitely do it at least twice, purposely getting in there because I'm telling you all, whether you think you have the best follow-up system in the world or you think you're absolutely the best at it, you will easily miss a conversation. Or like see someone like you genuinely enjoyed talking to and you haven't talked to them in like 2 years. You're like, oh, okay, let me say hi to her. Like it's so easy. And it's not just about your business or following up. It's genuinely about like having conversations with people, especially right now. So while you all are finishing up, I'm going to do a little talk for maybe people that are newer to the industry or, new in general. And this is the first time of year you've been here. Traditionally, this is a slower time of year, you all, for whatever reason. Right now should be when you're fertilizing those relationships. This should be, corporates announce some things like, the specials, following up with people that said they were going to order, just really fertilizing, as I like to say it, for let's be honest, the beginning of the year is always a crazy busy time for us, obviously, especially for weight loss. So right now, even if you're not as busy as you usually are, I know there's some like total rock star recruiters and they do not do well in this time when if you're used to recruiting a ton of people every day, every month, every week, this is a slower time. But you cannot turn off your business just because you're not heavily recruiting right now. And that's what I see happen to a lot of people, and that's what I see happen to a lot of teams. I've had a couple leaders reach out to me like, hey, will you do a call with my group, or struggling, or we're slower. I want you to know, traditionally, you're not alone. Yes, there are some people that are still absolutely rocking and rolling, and that's awesome and great. But traditionally, this is a slower time of year. So if that is something, that's awesome, Maria. And I would say, generally speaking, it's probably steady, but not a crazy busy time of year. And maybe, some of you all are coming in from when we were super, super crazy busy, when other people weren't doing well. And now it's slowed down. So I've been doing this, like I said, I've been in this industry full time for almost, I think, 9 years now. And let's be honest, you are in a sales job and it's going to go like this, it's going to go like this, and then it's going to flatline, and then it's going to go up, and then it's going to go down, and then it's going to go like this. Okay. You are in sales. That is normal, okay? Just want to be very clear, that is normal. So if you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? You're probably not doing anything wrong. But what you do need to be doing is showing up consistently, whatever that looks like. Planting the seeds right now, watering the seeds, that's what I recommend doing. So with that being said, our next mission or our next task, if you will, I want you to go into your customer support page, whatever that looks like, wherever you're putting your prospects. Maybe, your team shares this prospect page, maybe you have your own prospect page, but this is where your customers are, other people's customers are, wherever you're putting your prospects or customers. I want you to go in that group. This is your responsibility. It's not the admin's sole responsibility. It is your responsibility. If you're putting prospects into a group page, even if you're not an admin in there, you should be doing your part daily to contribute to that page. So we're going to go in, comment on 10 posts, wherever your customers are, wherever you put in your customers. I want you to go into these pages and comment on 10 posts. Wow, great job, looking good. Help out, contribute something on 10 posts in your customer support page. Let's go do it, put it in. And I know it's a struggle for a lot of teams, and maybe you're not having huge benefits out of that group page right now. Maybe but are you doing your part? Are you doing your part to contribute to this customer support page? You want to use the tools, but are you doing your part too to support other people and other people's customers? Because that's a win for everyone. So I want you to get in there, comment on 10 posts, whatever that looks like. Press finish, done, whatever, when you're done in the chat. So let's get busy with that mission. Go comment on 10 posts in your customer support page. Let's go. For those of you that might have missed it, we're commenting on 10 posts in our customer support page. Wherever you're putting your customers, 10 posts. Dang, y'all already done? I'm gonna get busy. Hold on. Okay, Erica's done. Okay. Sorry, y'all are faster than me. Yeah, these customer groups are the key to your success. Like I said, if you're not watering in there daily, and some groups have a requirement, and I am totally for that. If you want to use the system and you want to use your building, use it as a building block for your business, you should be contributing in those. And I know that the admin would gladly appreciate you helping and contributing in there. So we'll get a few more done. I'll give y'all just about another minute. We are commenting on 10 posts in our customer support page. Whatever you're using, whatever you use for your customers, that's what we should be doing right now. And this is something we should be doing all the time. So like I said, takes just a few minutes of your time, but makes a huge contribution into the group pages. They want to see activity, they want to see movement, they want to see new things going on. And happy customers is a win for everyone, you all. We want to encourage and inspire everyone that's in these group pages. And your customers, every time you go in there and chat, like, you know, contribute, you're showing up in their newsfeed. So even better, they see, you know, oh, she's in here working, da 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 da. And like I said, I know your admins would greatly appreciate it. I'm still letting people in, y'all. So we've made it up to 54 people. So congratulations. Like I said, happy Monday. I know it's early for some of you, especially if you're on the other coast. I like to work in the mornings. I'm most productive in the mornings. That's what works well for me. So that's when you all get me, generally speaking. And when I'm at my office, I have better Wi-Fi than when I'm at home in the afternoons. So, all right, we are finishing up. I think most of you are finished with commenting on 10 pages. 10 done. All right. Super cool. Okay. All right. Done. Most of you are done. Okay. Oh, I see where someone messaged me privately. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, I don't know how to work this. Join. I don't know. I don't know why it won't let anyone join. Did anybody else have trouble getting in? I'm approving everyone that's here. So I'm not sure why she can't get in. It's really weird. Okay. I didn't think so either. And Wendy, sometimes, you know, we be having issues and I actually got right in. So, and sometimes, and I also feel like every time I get on here, like on Zoom, something has changed. Something different has happened on Zoom every time I get on Zoom. So, all right, I'm going to move on to the next activity. So far, yes, they change it all the time. And sometimes it doesn't work and sometimes it does. And Stacy, I keep letting you in. So I don't know if it keeps kicking you out, but I've let Stacy in like at least 4 times. So anyhow, we're going to move on to our next task. And like I said, guys, sometimes it may be like this. Sometimes it may be a training. I just wanted to give kind of everyone like a sample of what it is. Oh, it kicked you out? I don't know. I'm not kicking anybody out. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, maybe I am, but not on purpose. I wanted to give everyone kind of like a preview of what they look like. And like I said, if you're looking for more previous power hours, there's a whole YouTube channel. I don't know the address right off the top of my head. If someone has the YouTube address handy, you can drop it in the chat. If not, it's in Truest One somewhere and you can search it in there, like YouTube channel, Truest Ones. Okay, so next activity. I'm still letting people in, y'all. Yeah, I'm letting everyone in that's trying to get in. I've approved everyone, so I don't know what to do. I've let everyone in that's trying to get in. So our next activity is, our next activity is going to be, and I want you, because I'm actually in like a, let me find like the actual name. it's like a networking page specifically. So we talk a lot about groups and being active in Facebook groups, which I think is a great thing, and finding Facebook groups that are compatible to you and Facebook group pages that you're genuinely interested in being in. Oh, thank you, Tabitha. Tabitha dropped it in the chat. I think that's important. But I want you all, I've met some really cool people and found some really awesome businesses and great tools when I'm working specifically in like a networking group. Like I was in, especially if you're in these networking groups, like the admin will put a lot like drop your Instagram or share your page or whatever. You all, that is a great environment. Are these people that you're necessarily going to sell to? Not always, but in my mind, those are the women, because we're all women on here today, as far as I know. Those are the women that we want to be networking with. So even if we're not selling them something, they're going to be inspirational. And I just made that word up. Inspirational and motivational. I put those words together, not on purpose, but they're going to be inspirational. They're going to be motivating. So I want you to go find 3, and this may take like play on words. And if anybody has any suggestions, I'm winging this with you all. I want you all to go find 3 specific networking groups, like work at home moms, work at, networking hot moms, whatever it is. I want you to kind of search those keywords, but I want you to specifically find 3 business building babes. I'm making this up, y'all. I don't know. I'm going to look just like you all, but I want you to go find 3 networking groups that if you are like, it's purposely to network with other people. Okay. Get tips, business building tips. I don't know what you want to call it, but let's go find 3 groups. And if anybody has any word suggestions, I'll come on if I see a good one to put in. But in the search bar, let's go search those groups. I'm running to the restroom really quick and then I'll be back. So y'all work on 3 groups to specifically network in. That's what they're for. Be right back. Okay, anyone have any hot leads? Let me see what I can search. Thanks, ladies, for the YouTube channel, Power Hour. Okay. Let's see. Boss babes, yeah, you can't really go wrong with that. Or work from home. Okay. And obviously follow the rules in the group. I'm not telling you all to break any rules, but definitely spend some time looking into them. Oh, okay. Some of these questions they asked again in these groups, I'm like, really? And y'all, don't be afraid to leave a group. If you're in a group and it's just like not for you, leave the group. I mean, because there are some that I'm just like, ew, I don't even want to be in this group. Okay. Three groups. Oh, y'all are done? Dang, y'all are a lot faster than me. Okay. Oh, this is good. Join. Join. Oh, don't you hate when they make you enter an email? You're like, well, about that, I'm probably going to give you a fake one. So there's that. Or does anybody else have like a junk email? Like when you go to the store and they basically like force you to give them an email and you're like, okay, I'm going to give you my junk email. So I have like a junk email, a work email, a personal email. Like, yeah, I'm going to give you my junk email. Dang, y'all, there are Facebook groups for everything. If ever you've thought there's not, there is. Like what? From home lifestyle. Okay. Do you know you're not allowed to post spam? Yeah, well, thanks for telling me.
You're cracking me up.
Well, the
It's
funny
so
thing is,
quiet in here, but I'm dying.
I know, I just talked to myself. That's even what's funnier.
Nope, I love it.
Because y'all know there'll be some funny questions. Like, I'm like, what? Come on. Okay. All right. Well, I did my 3 and I'm like way slower than all of y'all. So I'm going to assume. Okay. All right. We're going to move on. Everybody got that? 3. Oh, I talk to myself all the time. I even answer myself back. So you're not alone. Okay. All right. So, dang, I'm still letting people in. Y'all showing up 40 minutes late, but you still showing up. So good for you. It's early for most of you. I understand, and I'm sorry. I understand, and I'm sorry. So really quickly, because I just told y'all I had to go to the bathroom because obviously I drink a lot of water. I just wanted to touch a little bit on that. And I did a video in Truest Ones about it, just kind of like a short, sweet video, but I wanted to touch on it while I'm thinking about it with y'all. So I've been hosting water challenges because in general, I can tell you throughout losing weight, throughout everything I've been through, fertility treatments, vitamins, just life in general, skin, whatever it is, drinking water to your clients and drinking water for your overall health and wellness and your weight loss journey and your health journey is so important, you all. Like, if it took me a while, right? Because what do you always hear? Drink water, yeah, cool. Kind of like personal development. You're like, cool. Until you start doing it and it actually makes a difference. Okay. So I'm going to encourage you all. And yeah, y'all, please share your testimonies. If this is something you've been doing, something you've been a part of, maybe you did my water challenge, whatever it looks like, drop it in the chat. Okay, so for those of you who are the completely clueless, let me explain really quickly. And like I said, I did a video in my Truest Ones page about it. So what I've been doing, super simple, on Sundays, I did it the past, I think I've done it 3 times, but I didn't do it last week because I was out of town. But I post kind of like some tips, and you can go look on my personal Facebook page and see it. I post some tips on like drinking water and the importance of water. You could post some statistics, whatever you want to post. And I'm like, I'm taking 20 people this week for a water challenge. No purchase necessary. I don't want people to think that they have to buy something. I have team members, associates. It's for anybody, literally anyone. And I just create a chat, and it's accountability. It's 5 days. And if you're in the chat, you literally just post like, oh, drink 20 ounces. We talk about like, what is your goal? So this is a win-win situation. This is a win-win situation for you because it's going to hold you accountable as an associate and a representation of a health and wellness company, because it's hard, y'all. It's hard to get used to drinking that water. So it's going to make you accountable. You're going to obviously be active in it. You're going to hold other people accountable. It's going to motivate people. It's going to encourage people. And you guys, no matter what, drinking water is going to help you and your customers have better results, right? No matter what. And naturally, and if some of you have done my water challenge, naturally we start talking about Truvi in some way, shape, or form. We aren't like, and there's people in there that have never bought Truvi from me, but they're seeing us talk about it. So yes, I think it shows I walk the walk, and that is so true, Amy. Like, I think the best representation that you can be for your business is, do you have to be a size 0? No. Do you have to go to the gym every day? No. Do you have to, we don't have to have this false expectation, but to an extent, the better you represent yourself in your company, the better your business is going to go. Yes, so you can totally add a prize. It can be a small prize. It can be a big prize. I didn't do a prize at all, you guys. I may eventually do a prize, but this is something you can do like I do publicly on your Facebook. You can do it for your customers. You could do it in your potentials group page, like if you have a group page with your potentials, you can say, hey, I'm hosting a water challenge. You can do a big prize, you can do a small prize, whatever it looks like. But if people are drinking more water, y'all, they're going to have more success, period. We want to set people up for success, whatever that looks like in your business, whatever that looks like. It's simple. It's a chat. You can put them on mute. You can have them do weigh-ins. You can have them do measurements. I just run 5 days because I feel like 5 days is realistic. You could do 7 days. You could do 10 days. You could do 30 days. I wouldn't push it that far because I feel like people are going to get old. I personally wouldn't do probably more than 7 days. I feel like 7 days and people kind of tune out. But when that 7 days is over, start another one. It's fine. For me, again, it holds me accountable. I'm pretty good at drinking water at this point in my mind, in my life, just because I know the benefits. And I know, you guys, I can tell you, if I work out pretty hard, probably 6 days a week on average. If I know, I can tell in my workout if I had not drank enough water the day before. The day before, I can tell you, I'm be like, oh, I didn't drink enough water yesterday. Or if I look at tomorrow's workout, I'm like, oh boy, I better drink even more water. So whatever you think, and I tell people, if you're looking for a goal, start with half your ounces in body weight a day, minimum. Okay, I do a little bit more. Yeah, less energy. There are so many things, guys. I promise you, if you get your body, if you start drinking enough water, it's going to make a huge difference. So sorry, I'm that passionate about water. It's something simple that everyone can do. It's free. It's a free health and weight loss tool. I mean, essentially, kind of. I mean, I buy bottled water, but if you have water at your house, essentially, it's a very cheap way for your health and wellness. How do you track? So there's a few different things. Christy, I just in my head track because I drink bottles of water, so it's easy. But my FitnessPal app has where you can log it. My Fitbit app has where you can log it. There are several, I think there's apps just to track your water. Like if y'all know of any, you can drop it in the chat. And then while I'm doing the water challenges, I log it in the chat. Like, all right, just finish another 16 ounces. Oh, I finished 20 ounces. Yeah, my Fitness Pal, I have my Fitness Pal app. There's a free version and then there's a paid version. So I think you can get either one. I use the paid version for like counting my macros and stuff. I use the paid version, totally just different subject, different day. But water reminder, oh yeah, because that one will literally remind you if you don't log it. So there's a lot of great tools, you all, that I encourage you. Be in a water challenge, host a water challenge, do a water challenge. It's going to make your results better and it's going to make your customers' results better. So I didn't really mean to jump off on that tyrant. It just kind of happened. So sorry, squirrel. That's how my mind works. Okay, carb manager links, hosting water challenges are great. Yeah, I hope you all, like Amy's done a water challenge with me before. I know a few other people that have done the water challenge with me have done their own since then. So definitely, I highly recommend it. It's just a win-win for everybody. It takes so little time and effort, but it's worth it. So definitely water challenge, and it's simple. You really cannot mess it up, y'all. And you can add it to however you want and whatever. Yeah, I love water too. It's not a problem for me anymore, but I know a lot of people. I used to be that person that said, I hate water. That was me. Now I drink at least 80 ounces of water a day. So I used to be the person that hated water and now I don't. So anyhow, okay, moving on. I've rambled enough about that. Let's go. And I know some of you have already done this because I've been on Facebook. Let's do an interactive post. So interactive post can be choose which house you like. What's your favorite food? Whatever that looks like. Maybe you have some really good ones. Maybe you know what's super interactive, but let's take a minute, do an interactive post of some sort. Yeah, I figured I've seen some people already post. I feel like Mondays is a good interactive post day for whatever reason. So let's take a minute, do an interactive post of some sort. And when I say interactive, we want someone to give their opinion. We want, don't do political. God, let me stop right now. Don't make it political. Please, God, don't do it. Don't do it. Whatever your interactive post is, don't involve politics right now. Okay. So that's the only rule with interactive posts. Okay. So hop on, do some sort of interactive post. You can Google it if you don't have a question. Yeah, Pinterest, Google, whatever. If you're not sure, take a minute. Let's do an interactive post on our personal Facebook. Okay. Let's add hashtag Power Hour. Okay. I want you all, and those of you that have already done an interactive post for the day, go back and add hashtag Power Hour. Okay. Just for fun, so we can see it. We might go comment on some of each other's. So let's go do an interactive post and then be interactive on 5 people's posts that are on here. So you can either look them up by name, or once they press done, you can look it up by name, or you can look it up by the hashtag Power Hour. Okay, so this is a 2-for-1. Post your own interactive post and then go comment on 5 other people. You can search it by hashtag or their names when they press done. Okay, I'm gonna go do mine, so I'll be right back. Okay, I have mine done. I just have to go comment on 5. So let me go through my feed and hop on some of yours. So make your own and then go get busy commenting on 5 other people's. But I'm friends with so many of you all. I'm going to scroll through my news feed and I'm not even going to have a look for y'all. I'm going to see it. The first one I see is Regina Martin. So, what did you want to be when you were a kid and what are you doing now? I literally used to play waitress. Fun fact, I have been a waitress. I liked being a waitress. And when I was a kid, I had like the little play kitchen and I would take my papa's order and like make his food and stuff. So, fun fact, I wanted to be a waitress and I actually was a waitress. Oh, this one's good, Melissa. Name one thing you don't eat on Thanksgiving with an emoji. Nothing. I eat everything. Okay, yeah, maybe not tacos. Let's see what I don't eat on Thanksgiving with an emoji. I like these that I have to think about. Maybe boiled peanuts. That's what emoji I put. I'm talking to myself again, guys. I'm sorry. Everyone done? Okay, so now don't forget, you can look up the hashtag or just go through your newsfeed if you're friends with a lot of Truvy people like I am, or you can look up the names. Okay. Oh, Erica, yours is a good one too. Yeah. Yeah, 2. And I know, y'all, this may not actually seem like an income producing activity because you're thinking like, does this really matter? Yeah, it actually does because you're showing up in the news feed. You're being more interactive in the news feed. Oh, even better, y'all are posting your links. Aren't you smart? Because I didn't say to do that. So that's super helpful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyhow, so I know you're like, why is making a post? Those interactive posts get your algorithm. Why can I never say that word? Algorithm going on Facebook as people are commenting, making it active. The hashtag, so we can all refer back to it. It does make a difference and it's going to be helpful. How many times should you be posting on your personal Facebook page? Good question. We're just going to take a poll here. Not a right or wrong answer. I'm just curious. On average, how many times a day do you all post on your personal Facebook page? Like make a post. 3 times, 3 to 5. Just again, there's no right or wrong answer here. I agree, Maria. I feel like I go through like phases. Like I may post one time one day and then the next day I have like 4 things to post about. I don't know if my life gets more interesting on those days or what. But yeah, I would say generally speaking, I would say on average 2 to 3. And I'm not saying mine's necessarily right. I'm just saying what I usually do. I was just curious as to, I think 3 is probably a good number. Yes. Oh, really quickly while we're finishing, because my interactive post, if you all aren't using your memories button, guys, I get so much content. Okay. My interactive post that I just posted today, 2 years ago, got 207 comments. So I refer back to my memories for good content. There's no reason you should rack your mind, rack your brain, like, what am I going to post? What can I post about today? If you're not sure something to post about, go to your memories. And I find such good content there that requires no brain cells for me. Okay. So if you're struggling, don't know what to post, don't know, something interactive particularly, like I said, 2 years ago on this exact day, this comment that I had, or this interactive post that I have, had 207 comments. So I know that's a good one. So using your memories button on Facebook, I refer back to that very often. So if that's not something you're doing, you're stumped, you don't know what to do, use the memories button. Oh, how do you find the memories? Okay, so when my screen, okay, I go to home, the home button. Now I only speak iPhone, and then I press the three little buttons on the far bottom right, and then it says memories under marketplace. Did that make sense? So home button, like this is my main screen, my main feed, this little three-liner down here, sorry, I have a screen protector on my phone. Press the three-liner, and then there's memories under market. And everybody's phones look a little bit different because they've been updated and stuff. But I would highly recommend using that, especially for content. So your mission today, team, finish your green dots, get active in your Facebook group pages, go post in your team page. Go post something in your team page. Maybe it's not just your team page, maybe it's the team page you're part of. Go post something in there. Go talk about Tru Power Hour. Go talk about, hey, just hopped off this call, growing my business, whatever that looks like. Go talk about it in a chat. Let your team know that you're showing up, because when they know that you're showing up, they're going to show up. That's a win-win for everyone. So there's no power hour tomorrow. Make sure you refer back to your list. And then Wednesday, another rock star, Miss Tanya Evans, is going to be doing Power Hour, and it's going to be her first time hosting. So y'all make sure you show her some love, hop on. We have some great hosts the rest of the week. I think Wednesday is the only day we don't have one. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you for being on today. We're excited to have you. I hope you all can take something out of this. It was an hour worth of working, listening to me talk and babble. Sorry, that's what you're probably going to get when you show up with me. But thank you all for being here. I'm excited for you. You took a step. You showed up on a Monday. Let's kick butt this week. Y'all have a great week, and I will see you soon. Thanks, y'all. Have a good one.